Yo, yo, what's happening? YouTube live, strolling through my neighborhood, feeling inspired. Decided to give me some sunshine, man. Chop it up with y'all for a moment. Out here in this nice neighborhood, you know. Wanted to come to y'all today, man, because life has been testing me, man. As it always does. Life is always testing us. But I feel as though lately, man, I've been running into the same problems I've been having for the past half a year to a year, with business and, just everyday life temptations, dealing with women. Just wanted to come and vent, man, and touch base with you on listening to God, man, listening to the Most High, which is something that's very hard to do. It seems like nowadays, in such a noisy world. Speaking of noise, this damn train is rolling through here. But yeah, lately, man, I've been really, really fighting to avoid temptations from every angle. I feel like I'm being attacked. I got some chicks calling me, hitting me up that I haven't spoken to in a while, looking to get some playtime, I guess. Even chicks that I know I shouldn't be dealing with kind of hit me up. Business, I've been having some successes, but also some big old challenges. And I've found myself, man, being tempted with, doing things I shouldn't be doing, looking at stuff I shouldn't be looking at. And what has really helped me, man, is just taking the time to quiet the noise down, man, the noise in my mind, because this world is so loud with so many voices. When you're scrolling on social media, there's so many opinions, but I got to get to that eye of the storm, man, that calm, the quietness. You got to get away from all this noise, because that's where your real thoughts are. That's where the clarity comes in. What's up, Wakwas? Yeah, that's where the clarity comes in, man. This world is so noisy that silence is like yearned for. You got to just sometimes get in your closet, shut the door, and just get to your inner thoughts, man. When it's too noisy, at least. That helps me out. Or, like I'm doing now, just going on a stroll through the nice neighborhood. You dig? It's too nice out to not get a walk in. I'm like, the sun is shining. Before it's summertime, it gets sweltering. But this helps, man. When world gets too crazy, you got too much going on, too many negative things going against you. You got to get away from everything, man. You need to have your own corner of your house, man. If you have a family, you need to have your own spot where you can just have your own peace and quiet tranquility, man. Because this world is full of just nonsense, programming. It's constantly making us think things. You ever think about that? These algorithms are constantly attacking us with certain talking points to make you think a certain way. And I think about that a lot, man. When I'm scrolling through any of my social media, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is, they're all similar algorithms. And they know who you are. They know you're a man or a woman. They know your race. they know approximately your race, where you're from, the kind of stuff you're into, based on the things you're searching, based on the things you're saying. You dig? And a lot of us have similar algorithms. And I think of the fact that even women, man, women have completely different algorithms than a man does, right? Just put yourself in the shoes of other people. Like, you ever think about somebody else's phone and like, how does their algorithm look? It looks completely different than yours based on the things they search and scroll through and whatever videos they looked at for too long. We all have it, man. And it's fascinating. It's very personal. It's like an intimate thing to know somebody's algorithm. You understand? What's up, Kaylin? Where you guys watching from, man? You guys just popped up out of nowhere. I think you guys are just kind of scrolling through. Hey, I appreciate that. Shout out to you for liking, man. It don't take nothing but a moment to like it, man. If you do like it. If you don't like it, hey, I'm not gonna force you. But okay, from Minnesota, shout out, man. Don't you know Minnesota? Nice and cold up there. Y'all probably got the spring weather. But back to the subject, man. So I'm really just sending this message out, man, to get you guys to trust your own mind, trust your own thoughts. You know, that's the last thing this world wants, is a bunch of people that think for themselves. Huh? Oh, appreciate the subscription, man. You know, I got more content on the way, just talking about real stuff, you know, that can benefit the real ones. But I'm saying, man, we got to have free thinkers. Because as time is going on, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but people are not thinking for themselves as much as they used to, which is ironic and doesn't really make sense. You would think that over time, people advance. You would think that people get smarter. You would think that people know how to use their mind better. But if you've been paying attention, that's just not the case. People are getting lazier with their thinking. People are relying on technology to think for them. The past 2 years, AI has been going crazy. And it's turning into something that we don't know what it's going to turn into. Just like the internet, man. Nobody knew how big the internet would be. And here we are. We're all on it every day, all day. So I'm just saying, man, don't turn off your brain. Make sure you're using it. I'm going to always remind you guys of that. You know, shout out to Jimmy Neutron. I don't know if you guys watched that cartoon back in the day, early 2000s. It's like a really smart kid. You know, when a problem arose, he would just really think hard, man. Critical thinker. He would solve the problem by just simply thinking, man. You know? And that's something that will never go out of style. It's a timeless skill to have, is to just think, man, for yourself. But I say all of that to say, I have to think my way out of my situations in life, man. You know, I got a lot of temptations that have been hitting me, man. A lot of challenges, a lot of tests that I've had to take on, man. And not many people could handle what I'm going through. You know, a lot of losses. I've had a lot of wins too, which quickly get diminished by the losses. And it really, really does something to your mind, man, when you're going through losses after losses and you're trying to learn from your losses, but you keep taking losses. And you don't want to give up. because you come too far. But it can drive you crazy, man, if you're not mentally strong enough. So I'm just here to let you know, man, these losses that you're going through, if you're going through them, they're only temporary. Because ultimately, the ultimate loss is your loss of life. If you die, that's the worst loss, okay? Or you go to jail, that's up there. That's like the second worst loss. But if you ain't taking those kind of losses, you're okay, man. You're living to fight another day, man, and that's a blessing. That's all I need. That's really all I need, man, is another chance. That's all I ask for is a fair opportunity, man. Even if it's a bunch of opportunities, a bunch of chances. I need all the chances I can get to keep swinging at bat, to try to make that home run, that grand slam, you know? Because what do we have to lose, man? I don't have nothing but time to waste anyway. You know, the worst that could happen, I mean, you go homeless. Sometimes I fantasize about going homeless just to save on rent, cut back on a whole bunch of expenses. I joke about that when I do comedy, you know, about going homeless, and it's really not that bad. You know, I know there's this guy by me that I pass by when I'm driving. He's by this little shopping center, and he sits on this little kind of bench by the sidewalk on this busy road almost every day. This homeless guy, he's got all his bags packed sitting there, and it's really fascinating to think, like, why is he sitting there? You know, he's literally not doing anything. He's not on his phone. He's just sitting there, not looking sad, but just kind of neutral. Just, I guess, enjoying the day. Like, who am I to say what he should be doing? Is that a rule? That we got to be doing stuff all the time? That you got to have a place to be? I'm just talking hypotheticals right now. I mean, of course, you don't want to be homeless, but I'm just saying, what if he's winning? He's the one winning. He's not paying rent. I mean, hey, he'll figure out a way to eat for that day, I'm sure. He'll probably shower somewhere if he feels like it. I don't know. He sleeps somewhere. But I'm just saying, apparently, that's good enough for him. So, who's really losing? Who's really winning? You know, I'm in this nice neighborhood, these beautiful houses. This is multi-million-dollar houses and stuff, even though they look like regular houses, if you be honest. But in this economy, in this location, prime location, they're going for $1 million plus. I mean, come on, look at this. It's a regular house. It's probably going for like $750,000. I don't know. I don't look at house prices, but I'm in a nice area, so. But I just think, man, these people paid all this money for these houses. Just think. These people are locked in to a mortgage, right? Even the word mortgage comes from a French, I think a Latin root word of like till death. Because you sign those contracts and you're in there till you're in the grave. What a great deal that is, huh? And then, oh, by the way, you got to pay taxes on that every year. Yeah, that's right. And that tax price can go up and down based on the value of your house. Huh? Welcome to America. Hello. Capitalism, freedom, the American dream. Gotta love it. I'm just saying these things to make you think. You know, this world is a big scam. It's a lot of scams out here, man. A lot of traps to get you locked in. Get you locked in, man, to spinning on that rat wheel, chasing some material shiny object. When in reality, man, the real shiny object is freedom, like real freedom, you know? Because I had a taste of it, man. I had a big old bag of money 2 years ago. 2 years ago, man, I had a big old bag of money, man, over 6 figures, sitting on it, invested in the market, doing my thing. And then I pretty much blew 90% of it trying to make that bag grow even more with, trading options. And, I'm still trying to come back from that. But I say that to say, I messed up at that time, man. I bought a Porsche that year, just wanting the shiny material object to flash and be, young and have it look like I got it. But meanwhile, as soon as I bought that Porsche and my business started faltering and giving me problems, suddenly I realized, oh, I just put myself in a trap. I just added an extra $1,000 a month to my expenses for no reason. Just a stunt. What's up, Carolina? Yeah, what is real freedom? That's the question. You got to ask yourself that. Because to everybody, that's different. Everybody else, wants different things, man. I know people who got a lot of money, man, and they don't look like it, but they're happy. They're able to move how they want. They can travel anywhere they want on any given notice. They can eat how they want to eat. The schedule, they have their own schedule. You know what I mean? That's the freedom. That's a real freedom right there, And I've had a taste of it, and I want it back. And that's my goal right now. That's what I'm on. That's my mission, is getting freedom first, nice surplus, and then to provide useful products and services to people. That's my goal, is to get people to be productive, man. Your life is, what you get in life is based on how you are. Like, who you are is going to get you what you want. Because everybody wants to be rich. I mean, mostly everybody, right? But not everybody is a rich person. You get what I'm saying? It's another train. That thing is loud. Not everybody deserves to be rich, because not everybody does the things that a rich person does. You see? Because you give a poor person, a person that makes minimum wage, you give them $100,000, give them $1 million. What are they going to do with it? Most people are going to blow it on stupid things that they always wanted, but they never could afford it. And they're going to blow it up. They're going to blow it fast too. Most people. Very few people are going to say, hey, I've been waiting this day my whole life. I got a lump sum of money that can change my life and my family. Let me put it to use. Let me make it work. Let me buy assets and start a business and sell products and services. No, most people won't do that. They're just going to say, oh, I got it. I hit the money amount. Now I can buy something with this. But to my business owners out there, man, I look at my money. I'm like, man, I can't just spend this. There's a percentage of the money that I have that has to go towards making more money. You see? Like that's no question. That's where that money has to go to making more money, like soldiers. Started learning relationships take you a long way. A lot is based off of how you present yourself and the impressions you leave. Hey, that's real. Yeah, relationships, man, can take you where degrees and certificates can never take you. And that's a gift of gab I wish I was a little better at networking and, knowing how to how to utilize a solid network. I know a lot of dope people, but I don't make it a mission to network as much as I should. So that's a great point. It's a great point, man. And that's something that communication, man, is another thing, man. Being able to communicate your thoughts effectively is a big skill that can pay you and have you sitting nicely. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 10 plus years, man. And so, I was doing that just to pursue it out of love. But I realized that over that period of time, I've actually developed the skill to be able to communicate effectively, which I was never really good at before I got into it. So if you can get good at that, you got a whole world opening up for you. You can persuade, convince people to buy your product or whatever ideas you have, and explaining them in an efficient way. Yeah, I'm naturally introverted too, man. But some game that my OGs gave me, man, is you can be introverted all you want, but you're gonna miss out if you decide to let the introversion take over. You're gonna be living life from the sidelines, watching all the things pass you by that you want to do, but you're too whatever shy or lazy to get off your butt and go get. You got to get after it, man. This world is for the go-getters. You got to go out and get it. Look at this one. This is a nice one. All that glass. I don't know if I like all that glass out front like that, but that's how they build these modern houses now. Yeah, man, I used to be real quiet. You can ask like most of my high school classmates. They all would swear I'm super quiet. And then I started doing comedy, and then they're like, "What? You were doing comedy, huh?" Yeah, I got a lot of shit to say, baby. I'm in Texas, man. Houston, Texas. Where you at? Hey, man, you been subscribed to me, or you just found my channel, by the way, while we're here, man? Just curious. But, yeah. Yeah, man, Texas is dope. That's always going to be home. But I'm trying to get international with it. That's why I'm pursuing what I'm pursuing. I need to be able to do what I'm doing from anywhere with the internet connection. Got to get this internet money, man. Okay, yeah, the semen retention videos, man. I was going hard in the paint a few years ago, man, right around when COVID hit. Yeah, which I'm still on, man. Still on the retention. But I got a lot more to say than just retention, but that's something that definitely changed my life. And I still believe that it will change everyone's life that gets into it in this over-sexualized world. Oh, man, that's what's up, man. You got a wife and a kid. That's a beautiful thing, man. You're doing life the right way. Hey, man, shout out to everybody with families, man. That's something that seems like it's becoming more rare as far as like real organized families, and not just a baby mama, baby daddy BS. Everybody wants that perfect person, but it's like, man, get you a woman that's doing good by you, man, and get out the game, man. Stop living off these internet ideologies. Women aren't as bad as the internet makes it seem, and ladies, men aren't as bad as the internet makes it seem. Everybody, life is regular. You come outside, the birds are chirping, it's breezy air. Life is good. You know, we out. Don't let this internet fool you, man. And that's part of this topic today. Staying true to yourself and listening to that inner voice. You know, that they say God whispers to you in a small, still voice. But it's hard to hear that voice when you're distracted by loudness of this world. And as you can see, I'm in a nice quiet neighborhood. Let's go down this way, shall we? It's nice and chill, man. It's one of the reasons I lived here, man. It's nice and quiet. Man, yeah, South Carolina, that's what's up, man. I got people from Alabama, you know, country, man, South, Southern. I know it's very similar to that. I've stopped by South Carolina. It's very low key, very, you know, country a little bit. But it's that same, man. Being in the South, something about it just feels like home. And you know, that's something that I do miss about Alabama when I lived out there, you know, is even though it's kind of boring out there in the South and like the rural area. Look at this tree. Even though it's very boring, right, in the rural part of the country, but man, it's something pure about it, man. You could just be driving down the road in a country town and you'll be stopped in traffic. And you could literally like look at the traffic that's going against you, and you can literally look at people while you're just stopped in traffic and they'll smile, you know, in a small country town. You don't get that in the cities, man. People are in their own zone, full speed ahead in their own world, not paying attention to nothing but themselves. You know, you walk past somebody, you can just say, hello, how you doing? That's regular, man, in the South, in the country. And I miss that, man. But it's like these cities, you got to come here, get your money, and take yourself back home, man, and rinse and repeat. Get you a couple friends, get a little social circle, call it a day. But this is why I like this area, man. It's got the birds chirping. It's peaceful, man, but still in the city. And that's why these houses are expensive as hell. Because who wouldn't want that? Who wouldn't pay more for that? But that's part of it, man. We got to learn to just go back to the quiet, man. Go back to trusting our own voice. And don't let the world's voice become louder than your voice. That's a bar right there. Don't let the world's voice become louder than your voice. Because that's how you get lost in the sauce out here. In this group think. You see it all the time, man. There's like studies that show that people in large groups are more easily persuaded by stupidity than an individual person. All right, man, you take it easy, Carolina. Appreciate you chopping it up, man. But something about being an individual, man, you're able to think way more clearly. Like, you ever watch a movie that's funny, or it's got some funny parts of it, by yourself, right? You watch a movie by yourself and there's a funny part. It's like kind of funny, but it ain't that funny to make you like laugh loud. But you're like, oh, that was funny, right? And then take that same movie with that same part that was funny and you put it in a movie theater, in a theater full of people. That funny part comes up. Next thing you know, a whole bunch of people are laughing. Because it's contagious. It's groupthink is contagious. right? And so that goes to show you, man, when you were able to just be quiet and just separate yourself from others, people's thinking, you can think more clearly and you don't get caught up in that same groupthink mentality. You understand? So don't feel like you need to depend on other people, man, to think. Like, that's a weak position to be in. So but yeah, man, that was my main points I wanted to get off. Listen to that inner voice. The Most High is trying to reach you, man. You got to be able to let him reach you. Don't let the signal become fuzzy. You feel me? Your mind is more powerful than you think, man. It's got connections to the Most High. All right. Your mind is like an antenna, a free antenna with a router connecting to the spirit realm. And trust me, man, I was one of those people that was not on the spiritualness, because you can't prove it, right? But like, there's definitely a spiritual world, and science is over here trying to figure it out. They're trying, but we all know it. And it's something I got to remind myself, so I do the right thing. Because doing the right thing makes a difference in your life, man. You skip steps, you can try to cut corners all you want, doing the wrong thing, but I've lived long enough to know that it doesn't work out, man. It doesn't really work out like that. You got to do the right thing as much as possible in this life. If you want to succeed, that is. I know I want to succeed. But this is a reminder to let you know, man, it's gonna take effort. It's gonna take work, and discipline, due diligence. And you're gonna have to remind yourself over and over again. If you have to, you gotta remind yourself. Maybe watch this video again if it's helping. Listen to other people, listen to books, read books that give you that good feedback and can remind you to stay in that zone, man. Because boy, is it easy to get back into the BS, man. It's so easy to just drift back into no man's land, into the dead zone. We got to remind ourselves, man, because every day is a battle. Every day is a war out here, man, for your consciousness, for your attention, huh? And for those that have watched so far, I appreciate your attention. I want to use it wisely to sharpen you up, drop some jewels on you. But make sure you're using your attention wisely, man. Don't just be giving it to these weirdos out here that are siphoning it and taking advantage of it. Nah. Use it wisely, man. All right. That's my message, man. I appreciate y'all watching. And I'm going to come back with y'all on the next one. Peace.